Imagine walking into a high-end aviation showroom where the latest, most advanced fifth-generation stealth fighter, a machine designed to haunt the dreams of radar operators, is sitting with a price tag of roughly $40 million. It is the pinnacle of Russian engineering, the Su-35 Felon. But right next to it, you see its older brother, a platform rooted in the Cold War, lacking the sleek stealth coating and the futuristic internal weapons base. This is the Su-35 Flanker E, and its price, for an international buyer, it's not cheaper. It is double, sometimes triple. On paper, it looks like a catastrophic failure of logic. Why would any rational Ministry of Defense pay $150 million for yesterday's technology when the future is sitting right there for a fraction of the cost? This isn't just a quirk of military accounting, it is a window into the cold, calculated reality of global power. And for one specific nation, referred to in leaked Rostec documents only as Customer 704, this isn't a theoretical riddle, it's an $8 billion strategic gamble. Vietnam has long been a loyal student of the Sukhoi school of thought, but as rumors of a massive Su-35 package solidify into reality, the world is asking, is Hanoi overpaying for a relic, or are they the only ones in the room playing the long game? Welcome back to Minh Quân Story. Today, we aren't just looking at jet engines and radar cross-sections. We are looking at the price of sovereignty and the friendship discounts that aren't quite what they seem. Let's comment on the news differently. To understand this price gap, we have to look past the sticker on the window and into the fine print of the contract. When the Russian Ministry of Defense orders an Su-57, they are buying it from themselves. The roughly $40 million price tag is a factory floor rate, the cost of parts, labor, and a modest margin to keep the lights on at United Aircraft Corporation. But when a foreign power signs on the dotted line, they aren't just buying a plane. They are buying an ecosystem. A modern export package includes thousands of flight hours in high-fidelity simulators, specialized ground support equipment, and a 20-year supply chain of Saturn AL-41 engines. Then there is the teeth of the machine. An Su-35 without its R-37M long-range missiles or its Cabini-M electronic warfare suite is just a very expensive stunt plane. By the time you add it all up, that $40 million airframe has transformed into a $200 million strategic investment. This brings us to the most intriguing file in the recent Rostec data leaks, a dossier belonging to a client cryptically labeled as Customer 704. Analysts from the New York Times and Defense Mirror have confirmed that this codename refers to Vietnam. The leaked documents from late 2025 outline a massive $8 billion weapons pact. It describes a future where the Vietnamese People's Air Force doesn't just add a few new jets, but undergoes a total metamorphosis. 40 new Su-35s, integrated with mobile ground-based jamming systems and naval assets. But why would Vietnam, a nation known for its bamboo diplomacy and careful fiscal management, commit billions to a fourth-generation fighter while the fifth-generation Felon is supposedly cheaper? To find the answer, we have to look at the difference between a prototype and a workhorse. Argument 1. The maturity trap. In the world of fighter jets, there is a dangerous allure to the word new. But for a nation's air defense, new often translates to unpredictable. According to reports from Meta Defense and Simple Flying in late 2025, Russia's Su-57 program remains, for lack of a better word, artisanal. While the US pumps out over 100 F-35s annually, Russia managed to deliver only 2 Su-57s to its own forces in all of 2025. Total production still hovers around a meager 30 units. When you buy a jet, you aren't just buying a cockpit, you are buying a promise that the plane will fly when the alarm sounds. The Su-35 is a mature industrial product. It is mass-produced, combat-hardened in the skies over Ukraine, and its supply chains are seasoned. For a middle power like Vietnam, having 20 operational Su-35s on the tarmac today is infinitely more valuable than having 5 stealthy Su-57s that are grounded because a single specialized sensor is stuck in a factory in Komsomolsk-on-Amur. In modern warfare, quantity has a quality all its own, and ready is the most important spec on the sheet. Argument 2. The maritime missile truck. Then there is the specific geography of the South China Sea, or the East Sea as it's known in Hanoi. This is an arena of vast distances. Jane's Defense Weekly notes that the Su-35 boasts a combat radius of 1,500 kilometers without external tanks. But it's not just about the distance, it's about the eyes. The Su-38's Irbis-E radar can track up to 30 targets and engage 8 simultaneously. In recent operations, as reported by Defense Mirror, the Su-35 has even been used as a mini AWACS, providing radar reconnaissance for other units. In a maritime clash, the Su-35 acts as a missile truck. It can carry the R-37M, a hypersonic interceptor with a staggering 400-kilometer range. This allows Vietnam to threaten high-value assets, tankers, early warning aircraft, and bombers long before they reach the coast. While the Su-57 hides in the shadows, the Su-35 stands in the center of the ring, daring anyone to close the gap. Argument number 4. The strategic marriage. Finally, we must consider the long-term marriage. Vietnam is already one of the world's largest operators of the Su-30 Mk2. Transitioning to the Su-35 is not a leap into the unknown, it is an evolution. The pilots speak the same Sukhoi language. The hangars, the fuel lines, and the maintenance crews are already there. To switch to a Western platform like the F-16 or F-15 would require tens of billions of dollars in new infrastructure and decades of retraining. By choosing the Su-35, Vietnam isn't just buying a jet, they're doubling down on a strategic ecosystem that is fully integrated with their S-400 surface-to-air missiles and their Kilo-class submarines. It is a unified shield where every piece, from the seabed to the stratosphere, is designed to work together. In the world of high-stakes military procurement, there is a sticker price, and then there is the sovereignty premium. When we see that an Su-35 export package costs double or triple what a domestic Su-57 costs, the natural instinct is to assume someone is being cheated. But in geopolitics, price is often a measure of independence. Think of it this way. Buying a Western fighter, like the F-35, is less like buying a car and more like signing up for a high-end software subscription. You get the stealth, the sensors, and the prestige, but the keys to the software, the data links, and the specialized maintenance are often held by a centralized cloud in the United States. If your foreign policy drifts too far from Washington's orbit, your $100 million jet can effectively become a very expensive museum piece overnight. Vietnam's choice to pay a premium for the Su-35 isn't about being behind the times, it is about the premium of sovereignty. For Hanoi, a Russian jet is a machine they can truly own. It doesn't come with a kill switch operated from across the Pacific. It doesn't require an ideological alignment with a rotating cast of Western politicians. By paying for the Su-35, Vietnam is buying the right to say no to the West and potentially to its neighbors. It is the military equivalent of choosing a rugged mechanical watch over a smartwatch. One might be more advanced, but the other works whether or not you have a signal, a subscription, or a satellite's permission. In the cold reality of the South China Sea, advanced is nice, but autonomous is essential. This brings us to the ultimate strategic twist. This $8 billion deal isn't just about wings and missiles. It is a life insurance policy for Vietnam's entire energy future. As we saw on the Rus-Viet Petro barter scheme, the money for these jets isn't coming from the national treasury, it's coming from the Siberian permafrost. By linking arms procurement to oil production, Vietnam has created a closed loop. Russia gets a guaranteed, non-sanctioned revenue stream to keep its factories alive, and Vietnam gets a modern air defense shield that is essentially prepaid by its energy profits. But there is a deeper irony here. While Western analysts often dismiss the Su-35 as yesterday's news, the 2025 Rostec Weeks show that Vietnam is using this deal to build a massive electronic umbrella. These aren't just planes flying in a vacuum, they are mobile nodes in a network of ground-based jammers and naval sensors. In the 2026 landscape, the most expensive weapon is the one you can't use. If the Su-57 is still artisanal, hand-built in tiny numbers, and struggling under the weight of technological sanctions, then it is a liability, not an asset. Vietnam has looked at the showroom floor and realized that the cheaper Su-57 is actually a luxury they cannot afford. They have chosen readiness over rhetoric. They have chosen a platform that can actually fly, fight, and be maintained in a theater where the humidity is high and the political stakes are even higher. The paradox of the Su-35's price tag is finally solved. It isn't expensive because it's old, it's expensive because it is the only fifth-generation capable ecosystem that Russia can actually deliver in volume right now. And for a nation sitting on the front lines of the Indo-Pacific, volume is the only currency that truly matters. The Customer 704 deal, if fully realized, will be the largest arms transaction in Southeast Asian history since the end of the Cold War. It is a bold statement that bamboo diplomacy hasn't just survived the era of sanctions, it has adapted to it. The skies over the South China Sea are getting crowded, and the Su-35 is about to become a very familiar silhouette. But what do you think? Is paying a premium for a mature platform a masterstroke of realism? Or is Vietnam missing the fifth-generation stealth train before it even leaves the station? Let us know your perspective in the comments. Your analysis helps us keep the conversation sharp. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to see the world behind the headlines. I'm Minh Quan. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Let's comment on the news differently.